Well, 47 matches kicked off the Europa League. How well did we do with our opening predictions? Well, let's waste no more time and take a look. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time taking a look at the 2019-2020 Europa League first qualifying round, second leg, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Europa League related, Blackburn Rovers related, woo, football related. We've got it all here under one roof, boys and girls. That's right, 47 matches in the Europa qualifying league, first round, first leg business. Lot to talk about, lot to get through here, so let's get cracking and take a little look how we got on with those first round predictions and see how many I got right and how many we got wrong. Okay, folks, here we go with the first review of those predictions and results. Malmö took on Ballymena United, and they actually put on a bit of a barnstormer. 7-0 in the end for Malmö, so they'll bring it back to Northern Ireland with a bit of comfortable lead. Connah's Quay's Nomads took on Kilmarnock, and that was a 2-1 win for Kilmarnock in the end. I actually went with a 3-0 win on that one. I actually went 2-0 with the Malmö, just to let you know. Obviously, okay prediction, but just a little bit shy on the goals. KuPS coming out of Finland, they took on Vitebsk and they won a 2-0 in the end at home. I went 2-1 in the end. Breiðablik up against Vaduz. Breiðablik coming out of Iceland. Vaduz looks like they're out of Liechtenstein. That was a 0-0 draw in the end. I went with a 1-1 draw, so not too shabby indeed. Brann took on Shamrock Rovers. That ended up all square, 2-2 in the end. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Brann, so I got that one wrong. Ordabasy, Kazakhstan coming out of taking on Torpedo, Kutaisi. That ended up as a 1-0 win for the Ordabasys. I went with a 1-1 draw in the end. Europa took on Legia Warsaw. Now this was, quite a convincing win, I thought, 5-0 in the end. But Europa did okay, 0-0 in the end. The Europa coming out of Gibraltar there, so yeah, surprising, holding the Polish outfit to a 0-0 draw. I'm sure it's going to be different in the second round. CSKA Sofia took it on Titograd. That was quite a comfortable win in the end for Sofia, 4-0 in the end. I actually went with a 3-0 win. Gżira United took on Hajduk Split. That was a 2-0 win. In the end for Hajduk Split. I went with a 4-0 win. Flora took on Radnički Niš. That ended up as a 2-0 win for Flora. I went the other way, 2-1 in the end. Maccabi Haifa took on Mura. That was a 2-0 win. And I got that one bang on point, boys and girls. Bang on point. Depression took on Kutaisi. That was a 1-0 win for, I actually called it a 1-0 win. It was 3-0 in the end for Depression, who come out of, Hungary. Kukari up against Banats. That ended up as a 3-0 win for Kukari. I went with a 2-0 win in the end. Gżira Esh took on Turbol. That ended up as a 0-0 draw. I went with a 1-1 draw in the end, so not too shabby indeed. And FCSB took on Milasami Oheri, FLMSB, coming out of Romania. That ended up as a 2-0 win. And I got that one bang on the nose. Is that all the games? Heck no, there's plenty more right around the corner. Crusaders took on B36 Tórshavn. That was a 2-0 win in the end. I got that one right as well. Bang on point. Brøndby took on Inter Turku. That was a 4-1 win for Brøndby, and I called that one as well. Mold took on KR. That was a 7-1 win. It didn't go that big, boys, but I went with a 3-1 win in the end, so not too shabby indeed. St. Joseph's took on Rangers. St. Joseph's also coming out of Gibraltar. Unfortunately, they were on a bit of a spanking, 4-0 in the end. Called it, folks. Called it. Absolutely called it. Cork City took on Progress and Nidcorn. That was a 2-0 win for Progress. I went with a 2-0 win for Cork City. So, yeah, we'll move on quickly out of that one. Rozmabrek took on Levski Sofia. That was a 2-0 win for Sofia. I went with a 3-1 win in the end. Akademja Pandev took on Strazinski Mostar. That was a 3-0 win. I called a 2-0 win. Sapranta Nesperani took on Nefti Baku. I went with a 3-0 win for Baku. I went 3-1. 3-0 was the final score. Zeta took on Ferencváros. That was a 5-1 win for Ferencváros. I went the other way. Yeah, didn't see that one coming. Sojako Soloskirsk took on Hibernians. That was a 1-0 win for the SS's, and I called it a 3-1. Olympia Ljubljana took on RFS. That was a 3-2 win for RFS. I went the other way. Honved took on Zalgiris. That was a 3-1 win for Honved. I went with a 1-1. Alshkert took on Macedonia GP, and I went with a 3-1 win for I went with a 2-1 win for Macedonia GP. 3-1 the other way was the final score. And Radic Bajena took on Spartak Trnava, and that was a 2-0 win. And I got that one bang on point, boys and girls. Is that the rest of the fixtures? Still heck no. Fola Esh took on Shakiri. Whoa, there we go. 2-1 win in the end for Shakira. I went with a 1-1 draw in the end. Dynamo Tbilisi took on Udinarganeni. A 6-0 win for Dynamo in the end. I went half of that. I just went with a 3-0 win. Soroki Berejeg took on Karek. Soroki Berejeg, where they're coming out of Bosnia. Karayek coming out of Kazakhstan. 2-1 win for the Kazakhstan in the end. I went the other way, 3-2 win. DAC, that is me. Dunjanska Strenda took on Cracovia. That was a 1-1 draw, and I called it, boys. Called it bang on the nose. Kanu Zalgiris took on Apollon Limassol out of Cyprus. 2-0 win for me. 2-1 win, sorry, for the other way. 2-0 win it was for the Cypriot outfit. Ventspils took on Tueta. 2-0 win for Ventspils for me. 3-0 was the final score. Stajan took on FCI Levada. That was a 2-1 win for Stajan, and I went 0-0. Cliftonville took on Haggersund. That was a 2-1 win. Sorry, that was a 1-0 win for Haggersund. I went 2-1 the other way, the same way. Rotary took on KI Klasvich. 1-1 final score. 3-0 for me. Lepaja took on Dynamo Minsk. That ended up as a 1-1 draw. 2-1 for me for Minsk. Unfortunately, that was wrong. St. Patrick's Athletic took on AIFK North Copping. A 2-0 win for North Copping, who are coming out of Sweden. Aberdeen took on ROPS. That was a 3-0 win. Sorry, I called a 3-0 win. 2-1 in the end for Aberdeen. It's not comfortable, but they should hopefully get themselves through. Balzan took on Duzmali. That was a 4-3 win for Duzmali. I went with 2-1 win in the end. And LRCE, Olaki, took on Hapoel Beersheva, and that was a 1-1 draw. And I got that one bang on point, boys and girls. And here we go, into the final stretch. Narva Trans took on Patunka Springa. That was a 2-0 win for Patunka. I went 3-1 in the end. Sabial took on Université Craiova, and that was a 3-2 win for Craiova. I went 1-1. Pionik took on Shakubi, and that was a 3-3 draw. In the end, 2-0 for me. And AEK Larnaca took on Petrovic, and that was a 1-0 win. I called a 2-1 win in the end. So not too shabby with the first batch of predictions. A bit of red, bit of orange, and a few greens dotted around as well. But we go again, folks. We do this all over again. So let's get cracking, because there's no more. Let's waste no more time. So what I'm going to give you here is my predictions, and then we'll take a look at the aggregate score. So Ballymena United up against Malmö. It'll be a 3-1 win for Malmö in the end, which will push it 10-1 on aggregate. Kilmarnock up against Connah's Quay's Nomads. Obviously coming into this 2-1 with the home leg. They'll double up basically to make it 4-1 on aggregate. 2-0 on the night. Vitebsk up against KuPS. 2-0 for KuPS on the first leg. 2-2 this time around. That'll push KuPS through. 4-2 on aggregates. Vaduz up against Breiðablik. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win on the night for Vaduz, and that will push them through 2-1 on aggregate. Shamrock Rovers up against Brann, obviously 2-2 in the first leg. They'll take a 2-1 win at home to make it 4-3 on aggregate to get through, surprisingly, into the next stages. Torpedo Kutaisi up against Ordabasy Kazakhstan. 2-1 for Ordabasy tonight, or whenever they play, and that will push them through 3-1 on aggregate. Legia also up against Europa. Obviously, they stumbled in the first leg with a 0-0 draw. They'll come back again with guns blazing. 3-0 win for the Polish outfit to send them through on aggregate. Titograd up against CSKA Sofia. 4-0 on aggregate for the first leg. 3-1 this time around, which will make it through 7-1 in the end. Hajduk Split up against Gżira United. And I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Hajduk Split, which push them through 5-0 on the end. Radnički up against Niš. Radnički Niš up against Flora. 2-0 for Flora in the first leg. 2-1 the other way for Radnički, which will make it 3-2 for Flora to go through into the next round. Mura up against Maccabi Haifa. 2-0 for the Israelis in the first leg. They'll go again 2-1 in the end away from home, which will make it 4-1 on aggregate. Kutaisi up against Debrecen. 3-0 for Debrecen in the first leg. 1-1 this time around. That'll be enough for Debrecen to go through 4-1 on aggregate. Banats up against Kakari. 3-0 for the first leg. 2-1 this time around. Same results. Kakari will go through 5-1 in the end. Tobol up against Jeunesse Esch. 0-0 in the first leg in Luxembourg, but this time it'll be 2-0 to Tobol, and they will go through on aggregate. Melasami Oreri up against FCSB. This time around it'll be a 0-0 draw. 2-0 for the first leg will send FCSB through to the next stage. Okay, next up we have B36 Tórshavn up against Crusaders. It was 2-0 to Crusaders in the first leg. 2-1 this time around. Crusaders will go through despite losing on the night. Inter Turku up against Brøndby. 4-1 first leg in favour of Brøndby. They'll take another 2-0 win away from home this time around to go through 6-1. KR up against Mold. Big win for them in the first leg. 7-1. 2-1 this time around over in Iceland. which make them go through 9-2 in the end. Rangers take on St. Joseph's out of Gibraltar, 4-0 in the first leg over in Gibraltar. The Rangers will win again 3-0, not as big at Ibrox, but they'll still score a few goals and go through 7-0. Progress Niederhorn up against Cork City, 2-0 in the first leg for Progress, 2-0 in the second leg, 4-0 in total. Cork City will tumble out. Levski Sofia up against Rosenborg, 2-0 in the first leg, 3-1 this time around, back in Bulgaria, I believe. Shrinsky, so they'll go through. Shrinsky Mostar up against Academia Pandev, 3-0 in the win in the first leg for Mostar. 2-0 win this time around, 5-0 Mostar will go through. Nefki Baku up against Saplanta Nishpreni, 3-0 in the first leg for Baku, 2-1 this time around, 5-1 in the end. Fereshvar up against Zeta, 5-1 for the first leg for Fereshvar. This time they'll just take it 3-0, but they'll go through 8-1 in the end. Hibernians will take on Shakhtar Shelskic. 1-0 loss in the first leg, but they'll bring it back around, 2-0 win this time around to go through to the next phase. RFS up against Olympia Ljubljana, 3-2 win for RFS in the first leg. This time it'll be a 1-1 draw. It'll still be enough for RFS to go through to the next stage. Zalgiris up against Honved, 3-1 win for Honved for the first leg. They'll win again this time around away from home, 2-1 in the end, which will make them go through 5-2. Macedonia GP up against Alashkech, 3-1 win for Alashkech this time around. They'll lose this time, but they'll have enough in the tank to go through to the next phase. Spartak Trnava up against Radek Bergena, 2-0 win for Bergena the first leg. They'll lose the second leg, but it'll be enough, 3-2 on aggregate to go through. Shakuna Shekeheri up against Fola Esh, 2-1 win for Shakuna the first leg, 2-0 this time around, 4-1 comfortable win on aggregate. Odagoni up against Dinamo Tbilisi, 6-0 for the first leg, 3-1 second time around away from home, 9-1 on aggregate, quite easy for Dynamo in the end. Kariat up against Shakori Barajeg, 2-1 Kariat the first leg, 1-0 this time around, 3-1 on aggregate, no problems there. Krakova up against DAC, my boys, Dajanska Strenda, 1-1 in the first leg, 2-0 this time around. Krakova go through, the boys are out. Apollon Limassol out in Cyprus taking on Kauno Zalgiris, 2-0 first leg, 2-0 second leg. Cyprus outfit will go through to the next round. Tueta up against Ventspils, 3-0 win for Ventspils first leg. They'll lose the second leg. Tueta 1-0 win, 3-1 loss on aggregate. Ventspils will go through. FCI Leveda up against Starjan, 2-1 win for the first leg, 1-1 draw this time around, 3-1 win on overall. FCI Leveda will go through. Haggersund up against Cliftonville, 1-0 win going into this for Haggersund. They'll win the second leg at home, 2-0 in the end to get themselves through. KI Klasovic up against Rotari, 1-1 in the first leg, 0-0 in the second leg, 1-1 final score, which would make Rotari go through to the knockout and continue their Europa adventure. Dynamo Minsk up against Lepaja, 1-1 in the first leg, 2-0 this time around. Dynamo Minsk should go through. IFK Nordkoping up against St. Patrick's Athletic, 2-0 in the first leg, 3-1 this time around. ROPS up against Aberdeen, 2-1 lead in the first leg. Nervy 1-1 leg in the second round, which will send Aberdeen through, 3-1 on aggregate. Domazal up against Balzan, 4-3 in the first leg, 2-0 this time around. Domazal should go through with a 6-3 aggregate win. And Hapal Beersheva, 1-1 in the first leg, 2-0 this time around up against Lachi. The Israeli team will go through. The final four, big breath here. Potonsky Podogra up against Narva Trans, 2-0 in the first leg, 2-0 in the second leg. Podogra will go through. Université Craiova up against Sabal, 3-2 first leg, 3-0 this time around. They will also go through. Shikubi up against Priorek, 3-0 in the first leg, 1-0 this time around. No questions asked, they are through. And Petro Cub Helsinki up against AEK Larnaca, 1-0 loss in the first leg. They'll hold out for a 0-0 draw this time around. And AEK Larnaca will go through to the next round. And that, my friends, is an absolute headache. I can't wait for the group stages. I can't wait for the names to change up a little bit, because they are some tricky bad boys. But hopefully you enjoyed the video if you did, or smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe if you're new. Just a bit of admin before we bounce out of here. I want to let you know that I'll be doing live predictions for the Premier League and the Championship out in England, kicking off in September. I know the league does start in August, but I'm going to be live predictions in September over on YouTube. I will continue to do pre-recorded Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A predictions on the YouTube channel as normal. It's just the Premier League and the Championship are going to be a bit weird. It's going to start pre-recorded in August, and then it'll go live from September on. Just bear with me. You'll see what I mean. If you want to become Patreon members, boys and girls, there'll be 6 additional leagues for you. If you want to get involved with that, just head over to my Patreon link. You can offer, there's 3 perks, $1, $5, $10 to help me boost the channel in another way besides your viewership. And again, we'll be doing occasional live streams on Twitch. Those tournaments are done and dusted. But just let you know that I've been doing them throughout the month of June and July. But now we're going to be taking a little bit of a back step from Twitch and be focusing back on YouTube a little bit more. I will be back on Twitch for live watch-alongs for Blackburn Rovers and some gameplay and all that kind of good stuff in the near future. If you want links to them bad boys, here they come. Enjoy. Yep. Once again, support the channel in Patreon or whichever way you can to help me progress the channel a bit further. And yes, I did a little bit of a short goodbye, but hopefully you enjoyed this tongue-tastic prediction fest from the Europa League second leg, first qualifying round. We'll be back again for the next round of qualifying once we've slimmed this down a little bit, because it's I'm gasping for a drink. But anyway, until I see you all again very, very soon, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. I'll catch you all very, very soon. Get your own predictions if you wanna. Copy paste the fixtures should be in the description or in the comment section. Just copy paste it, put your own thoughts and predictions in there. Until then, ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.